Picture this. You've been working on your game for months, and the last few levels just aren't fun. So, you decide to work on them for another month, and then release the game anyway. But after launch, you realize it might have been better if those levels hadn't even existed in the first place. In this video, we're talking about a mistake that every game developer should avoid. A mistake that can cost hours of development time. Not cutting ideas that aren't working. But before we get into that, let's talk about playtime for a little bit. Would you rather play a bad game for 8 hours or a good game for 1 hour? Is that even a question? So instead of worrying about how long your game is, worry about how fun it is. Don't add new things just to add more playtime, especially if those things aren't fun. You can always add more content after your game comes out, but it's very difficult to release a bad game and try and improve it later. It's more important to have a fun game than to include every idea, mechanic, level, or minigame that comes to mind. But how do you know which ideas to keep and which ones to cut? How do you know when to get rid of an idea? Here's a few things that you should look at. First, if the idea isn't fun, get rid of it. Get rid of anything that isn't fun in your game. Now, make sure before you do this that you've tested the idea thoroughly and you've actually worked on it. Don't get rid of something because you've implemented it and after 5 minutes, it doesn't seem to be working. Make sure that you give something a good try before you cut it. That being said, if something isn't working, you've put a ton of effort into making it, and it just isn't fun, get rid of it. Your game would be better off without it. The second thing is, if you don't have the time, budget, or skill to make something, don't do it. I use the Godot game engine to program my games. But do I know everything there is to know about this engine? No. I know that if I need to learn how to do something new, it's going to take me a little bit to do it. And if that thing is super complicated, and I only have a few months left to make my game, maybe I shouldn't try and learn how to do that. So factor in your skills when making your game. If you know that it'll take you a while to learn how to do something or to set something up, maybe it isn't worth it to do that thing. It depends on how valuable that thing is for your game. Also, if the thing you're trying to create requires budget and money to set up, make sure that you have a place where that money's coming from. Don't go into debt making your game. That just is not a good idea. The third thing that you should look at is whether your idea fits in with the rest of the things in your game. Mario Kart is about driving cars. People play this game because they want to drive cars. And maybe also to throw blue shells at their friends. But it would be weird if Mario Kart were to include gameplay about golfing. That just isn't why people are playing that game. People play racing games to play racing games, not to play shooters or golfing games. Make sure that whatever it is you're creating fits in with what your game is about and with all the other things in your game. Every game developer should know when to cut an idea that isn't working. This skill can save you countless hours of time and will make your game better in the long run. I don't know about you, but I don't like playing games that have hours of gameplay that aren't fun to play. I would rather play a game that's fun the whole time, even if it's shorter. So, when you're creating your game, if something isn't working, get rid of it. Maybe you can use it again later, and maybe not. You should prioritize creating a game that's fun over creating a game with a certain number of hours of playtime. If you enjoyed watching this video, why not check out my video about how to come up with game ideas? If you're new to the game design industry and you want to know how to get started with creating a game, it's a great place to start. You should check it out. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe and do all the other YouTube related stuff like liking and commenting and hitting that bell icon. I would really appreciate it if you do that. That's all for now. More game design content coming soon. I'll see you in the next one.